While Sakamoto was playing the game, he won every match and was at ranking of number 10 in the world. He was admired by his friends. He was unemployed and always wanted to get his dream job at a video making company, but was rejected when he applied in the company. An unexpected event happened with him. He woke up in a jungle and forget how he came here. He just remembered that last thing he was doing was playing the game. He saw there was a glass and craved his hand. He tried to remember what happened to him. He, while walking, found out his bag. He got some drinks from it and saved the other stuff for later and started to move forward in the forest. In the forest, there were many unexpected things happening to him, so he ran to survive. While running, he went out of the forest and saw sea in front of him and screamed there and took some rest. He then remembered that he was screaming on his mom as she had given a resume of him on the grocery store, and then he left the house and two strangers stopped him and asked his name, and then he was on the island. Later, he saw a bag beside him, which was strange. He saw what is inside it, and a cube-shaped thing was inside. He picked then and see a timer has started, and then he threw that thing away to see what is it, and it blasted away. He knew they are bombs, just like the game he used to play, BTOOOM. He then realized that he has to play the game in real, and as he was thinking what to do, a stranger came running towards him. He tried to ask help from him, but that person started to use the bomb on him, and he started to run from there. While running from him, he tried to ask him how to use them, but that person still tried to kill him. And then he realizes that it is just like the game, and he is best in this. He then saw the crystal in his hand is a BTOOOM radar, so he used it and jumped in the sea. The other person was overconfident that now he will kill him. But when that person came near the seashore, but then Ryota had already put a bomb in the ground, and as the timer hit 0, it blasted away and killed that stranger into pieces. Sakamoto started to cry that he had killed someone, and then he grabbed his bombs and started to move on. Next morning, he woke up around a water lake and saw a girl there sitting and didn't make any sound so that she sees him. But then he started to walk to her, and she got scared by hearing the sound in water of his footsteps as she turned around and saw him. Himiko was also a BTOOOM player and was not that good as Sakamoto. While she was also on the island, she thought that she had played once with Sakamoto and got her bombs just like Sakamoto got his, and she stayed on the shore, so she should avoid the forest. She remembered that she was sitting with her friend, and there they were talking about people being missing. Suddenly, 3 people woke her up and asked her to stick with them, and they will survive together. Suddenly, a fight raised between those people, and they got angry. But then one of them stopped the fight, and they made a solution and gave the leadership of Himiko, and then gave all the bombs to him. While they all stood there, they saw an aeroplane flying above, and it dropped a supply ship, and they all ran towards it. While they gathered stuff, one of them got angry and stopped them to waste the food, but one of them killed the other so that he stopped talking. At night, Mitsuo woke up Himiko to run as the person sleeping had already killed the other person. And so they started to run. While on the way, Mitsuo saw that if he moved his finger, a radar opened, and he see the location of others, and he saw the other person running towards them, and they started to run, but soon they were caught by him. Mitsuo had no choice then, so he used a bomb on him and made him disappear from there at that moment, and from there they both moved forward to survive. As they moved forward, Mitsuo showed his true colors and tried to harass her, but she ran from there, and she thought that this all is her punishment as this happened to her friend because of her mistake. While she was thinking, Mitsuo grabbed her and tried to harass her. But she then opened a bomb, and it made him run away, and she threw that on him, and it blasted away him too. Sakamoto saw Himiko, and Himiko, after seeing her, screamed and ran away from there. Sakamoto saw a lot of stuff with her and tried to stop her. He tried to follow her and even used the radar and saw a person hiding. He stopped, but it was someone else. He asked for mercy, so they both talked. That person told him that they all were brought here by a plane cargo, and they were told that they had to fight with others people and kill them with bombs to survive, and everyone has to gather the chips that were planted in the hand. That person told Sakamoto that he was also there and stood for everyone, but he was stopped. An enemy used teaser gun on his head, and that why he had forgotten it all. He was also told that he knew the enemy, that why he was stopped. Then he told that his name is Tara, and they made a team together and went out to find some food to it. Then they saw the drop supply and they ran towards the food supply. But as he came near, a girl came there first. But as she grabbed the supply, a bomb exploded and killed her. Then another person came there, grabbed the chip and supply and ran away. Sakamoto saw this and told Tara to not to get tricked easily, and we have to do something to survive. And they ran towards other supply to get food. As they moved, Sakamoto used radar to see if there is any enemy hiding, and then they saw a person who had killed a person. Kasukira was only 14 and was caught by police for killing a girl after harassing her. He was a crazy person. He was with Soichi Natsume and his father Yoshisa in the island. They all teamed up to survive the game, and while on the hunt they saw the plane and decided to go near the falling stuff. They realized that these are some stuff which will help them survive, and they all together got the supply, but Kasuke's father beat him and didn't give supply to them both, as he said it was his plan to go and get the supply, so he will carry and give them if they follow him. Kasuke got angry and remembered how bad his father was. Then he used his bomb on his father, and he killed his father. By that, watching his cruelty, Soichi ran from there. Suddenly Sakamoto and Tara arrived at the scene. Watched them. Kasuke stopped then and said to work for him, but they ran from there. While running, Tara fell, and then Sakamoto realized that he has to fight him and kill him. And they both were a good player of the game, so they started using their tricks and radar support too. Kasuke was a good player and just was close to kill Sakamoto, but he survived his hit, and they talked and talked to each other. Sakamoto suddenly realized that he is the best player of all time, and he started to ran and cancel the radar he used, and finally he started to overcome his attacks, and then he used attacks on him, and it was a direct hit on him, and he was down on the ground. Sakamoto didn't kill him and got all the bombs and stuff he had. Kasuke asked his name. He told he is Sakamoto, and Kasuke remembered he is the best player of Japan. Sakamoto and Tara got food to eat finally, and they enjoyed having the food together. Tara even thanked Sakamoto for bringing the food and supply for him too, and cried there also. Sakamoto thought of it again, that why was he brought to this island at the first place? While they were sitting beside the waterfall, a body came down the water. It was Mitsuo's dead body. Sakamoto climbed up to see what is up there, and while running he saw another dead body, which made him sick. Tara gathered the chip from Mitsuo's dead body. Sakamoto finally used radar to see what is there. He saw Himeko again, and she tried to kill her. But then after begging to her, she stopped. But then she threw a bomb towards to her. But he survived. Then he rushed towards her to stop her. She took out her stun gun, but she accidentally used it on her and got unconscious. Sakamoto took all her bombs and picked her up too and bring her to safety. But she woke up and tried to kill them both, but Sakamoto stopped her and brought to safety. While they had food, Tara told that we will survive together and leave the island and go back to our family. But then Himeko told that someone in our family gave our name to game owner to make us disappear, and then Tara and Sakamoto realized that there was someone in their life too who can do that. While they all talked something strange to them, it was not a real person, but a giant lizard attacked them. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.